Okay, I'm going to be showing you today how to spool a new fishing reel. And it might seem like a daunting task, but it's actually very simple. And if you don't have all the equipment and machines where, this stuff spools it on electronically or whatever, we're going to do this all manual by hand. So it's actually pretty easy and we're going to get it done pretty quick. I got this cheap little reel at the store and we're going to use that in a minute. So when I do this, I like to have a rag that's damp. You need a rag that's damp. I'll show you why in a minute. I've got pliers just in case I need to cut something. I've got nail clippers. Okay, this is to clip the line. And then I got some line and my knife. So we're going to open this package. Okay. I don't know how this can be sometimes. This packaging, this plastic can be really hard to open. So we're just going to open this here. Okay. We're going to take the reel out, open the package. We're going to take this reel out. So here it is. The first thing you'll notice, I like this on my left hand, so all you have to do is hold it straight and then tighten this down. And then you're going to tighten the reel in place. Okay, there we go. So now we have it on. Okay. Everything's working. So we're going to get our rod. We're going to put it right in here. My other reel broke, so this is why I'm doing this. So we're just going to twist this on. As you can see, I'm twisting it on. So now we have a fishing rod right now with a new reel on it. Okay, so there we go. So when we get the line on, this is how we're going to do the line. And remember, hang on, so here I got this here, this Berkeley 20 pound 150 yards. You want to look, these reels will tell you how much line that will fit on it. So for example, 30 pounds 185 yards, 20 pounds 260 yards, 15 pounds 360 yards. So you can see right there what that is. So we're going to get this on here right now. So it's going to come just like this. What I like to do is I'm going to thread it right through the top of the rod and then down to the reel. So I'm going to start up here, okay, and see, okay. I'm going to set it down right here on the ground. This is the easiest way, just set it right on the ground. And as you can see, as I'm pulling the line off the spool, it's coming off that spool counterclockwise. Okay, we want it to come off counterclockwise. I'm just going to feed it right through here, all the way down. So remember, it's coming off counterclockwise. We're going to feed it all the way through until we get to the reel. Okay, so now that I got it through all the loops, I'm going to flip the bail. Make sure you have the bail flipped over. I'm just going to bring the line around. I'm going to go around once just to hold it there. This is just going to be a simple style knot, okay, just like this. So now I got it around at the bottom so you can see. So you want to tie it nice and tight. You're going to hold it there and it might give a little slack. That's okay, but once you tie it tight, it's going to come over there tight. But in all reality, this can be, see how tight that came? Okay, good. So we're all good there. So this can be really any kind of knot you want. So some people do all these heavy duty knots and whatever. I'm just going to go around one more time, maybe a couple more times. The reality of it is you're never going to get spooled. Out of all my years in fishing, I've never been spooled. And so you don't need to do some heavy duty knot because you think that's going to save you. Because if you get to the point where you're getting spooled, it's going to be on a rod like this, it's already going to be too late. So we're just going to bring it through one more time. I'm going to do another knot, boom, and then you know what, just for the heck of it, I'm going to do one more. So I didn't do anything fancy. All these are just regular knots. I'm just looping it around like this. just going to loop it around just like this, and I'm going to pull it through one more time. There you go. So we have the line on. On a small reel like this, I like to use the nail clippers so I can get in close. I can get in close to the line here and cut it. So I'm just going to cut it close. Okay, there you go. So, okay, as you can see, after I tied my knot, I reeled it in a little bit and now it's sticking. So now you can see the line is coming onto the spool slowly, okay? So it's coming on, but now it's got to come off this plastic spool from the store counterclockwise. Now the easiest way to do that now is I'm gonna get this wet rag. Remember, you got to hold the wet rag so it slides nicely here. It's going to give you some grip, and the purpose of this is so it goes on the reel really tight. So you want to hold it really tight as you reel, and you want to put this tip right over the plastic spool. If you're standing here and you start cranking it, this thing might flip all over the place. Then it's going to come off this thing wrong and you're going to have line twists. So we're going to keep it right over. You're going to make sure it comes off counterclockwise. So you can see it's coming counterclockwise right now. And then now I'm just going to crank. So we're going to reel this really fast. So here we go. We're actually putting the line on the rod now. So I'm going to reel really fast. It's coming off counterclockwise. You want to keep your eye on that spool, because if it flips, if it catches somewhere, you don't want this line going on in the wrong direction. That's what's going to give you line twists. So we got braided line going on right now, and we're just going to crank it on. It's going on nice and tight. Here we go. Reeling it in. Depending if you need to take a break or not, you can. But I'm just cranking it on. So here we go. Going really fast. Just keep cranking it. You just want to make sure. So as you can see, it's coming off counterclockwise. Okay, so now it comes off the spool. So now we got it off. Okay, so as you can see, we got the line on, and it's nice and tight. And here we go. We got line on our new rod, and that took no more than 5 minutes. As you can see, the one I did this morning, I like to come right up about 2 millimeters or 1 millimeter off the spool. That gives you a lot of line, and then you're going to be able to cast really well. So that is the easiest way to put on line. And as you can see, how quickly was that done? So it's not a daunting task. We just cut it off, and now you're ready to tie your favorite bait on, and you're ready to go. Okay, so to recap, remember, you want the line coming off this onto your reel counterclockwise, and then you want this moving on clockwise. So it'll automatically do that. When you're reeling, this reel will go clockwise. It comes off counterclockwise. Don't let it flip. Don't let it jump around, flip over, and keep reeling. That's really going to mess up your line. So we did it perfectly here. I have pliers just in case. I have my knife, and then I have nail clippers because I like to clip the knot really close to the knot once I tie it on the spool. Not too close. Leave about 2 millimeters there, and then just let it catch. Even if you didn't get it tight enough, just kind of let it catch. Once it catches, it's going to get tight. Remember, just simple knot at the spool. It doesn't have to be anything too fancy. If you're worried about line slip, get a reel that has already some type of thing that prevents that, or you can put some tape on your spool that will prevent that also. But like I said, you're not going to get spooled. Really, no one does. I never have. You're not going to either. So it's going to be fine just the way it is. So we did that in like 5 minutes. So don't let it be a long and daunting task or put it off. You can just get it done really quick. And also the other key is the wet rag. Make sure this wet rag is damp. You want to hold it tight as you reel so it goes on the reel tight. And then you're all set and ready to go.